Alright, so it's about time for another try chapter tag, but this time, horror edition. I've got 8 horror books, and we're gonna see if I like them or not. So I've got Bunny by Mona Awad, Night Bitch by Rachel Yoder, Ghost Camera by Darcy Coates, Boy Parts by Eliza Clark, Follow Me to Ground by someone, the library sticker is on there, Graveyard Shift by ML Rio, Knock Knock Open Wide by Neil Sharpson, and House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. But yeah, I'm gonna try and read the first chapter of all of these. I will say with House of Leaves, I've already read the the introduction kind of thing. So I'm not including that. I'm just gonna read the first. I don't even know how House of Leaves is set out, but I'm just gonna read the first part of the actual House of Leaves story, not the introduction thing. I'm nervous about all of these. I can't even tell you what I think I would like the most, but I'm really looking forward to Knock Knock Open Wide because Max read the first couple pages of this and he was utterly hooked. So keen for that. I'm also keen for Darcy Coates because just so many of their books sound so interesting. I'm very nervous about Bunny because I don't know if Bunny's going to be for me, but we're going to see. All right, usually with these try chapters, I'll do a random number generator to pick which book I'm going to do. I'm not doing that this time because honestly, I can't be asked. So first up, I'm going to go with House of Leaves because this is actually Max's copy. And we've decided that we're going to go I read a chapter, he reads a chapter, I read a chapter, he reads a chapter, and we talk about it after each chapter kind of thing. So I'm seeing him in 2 days, so I need to get to this right now. Alright, I just finished the first chapter, of House of Leaves. I don't even know what to say about this. It reads like an academic paper, which causes my eyes to glaze over a few times, but there was definitely some intriguing stuff happening. So if you don't know what this is about, how to describe this? That's an interesting thing. So it's about this film called the Navidson Record or something. Is it called The Record? I don't know. But this film is weird and it's really choppy and really scrounged together, but it's really intriguing because the creator of it is all of this is real, none of this is fake, it's all real. And so that piques people's interest because there are things in here that you're just how can that be real? But he keeps insisting it's real and everything's really, really secretive around it. The premise of this is there was this man that was collating all of the information around this film, and then this other guy finds it and publishes it or something. It's so confusing, but I guess I could see the appeal because there were definitely a couple of moments in here when it was talking about little snippets of the film where I was okay, keep going like this and I'm in. There was something about this guy being stuck in a house and he's I'm stuck here, I'm lost, I've run out of food, I don't know how to get out. This is my name. This is where I come from. I'm not alone. There's something stalking me. Tell me more about that. That sounds really interesting. But yeah, it keeps going on about the odd history of this film and the reception it got from wider audiences and all that kind of stuff, which is fine. It's a first chapter kind of thing, but I don't hate it, which I honestly thought I might because I remember when I read the introduction, the introduction's huge. And I was skimming some of that because I was I don't care. So I only skimmed the last couple pages and, that was fine. So I got the gist, but I was oh no, if the entire book is written like that, I don't want anything to do with it. But it's not. It's written differently and I don't know how I feel about it just yet. I don't know, it's intriguing enough that I would like to continue. Not enough that I want to continue right now, but I think slowly reading it with Max might help. But now I just want to watch found footage horror movies, which are my favorite type of horror movies. But that's the first one. What do I want to read next? You know what? I kind of want to read Night Bitch. Just like, I don't know what it's about. One day the mother was a mother, but then one night she was quite suddenly something else. One more toddler bedtime and she fears she might lose her mind. Instead, she starts gaining things, surprising things that happen one night when her child will not sleep. New appetites, new instincts, and from deep within herself, a new voice. Ooh. So, I'm thinking this is either vampires or cannibalism. Both of which I enjoy. So let's read this. Alright, so I'm going to stop there because this doesn't actually have chapters. It has parts. So I think it's got like 3 parts, maybe 4. So I got to page 10, but I fucking loved it. Oh, it was so good. Oh my gosh. I love this. I really want to keep reading, but I have other things to read right now. But oh my God, I loved this. This was depraved in such a fun and disturbing way, and I liked that it was just like kind of poking fun at itself the whole time. It was also like, damn, that's kind of fucked up. Oh, it was so good. So in this, we're basically following this woman who's something's going on with her. It was not, as so far that I've read, it is not about vampirism or cannibalism. She thinks she's turning into a dog. Like, her canines are lengthening. She's just like fucking done with everything, and it's good, and I loved it. So good. Her husband is a useless waste of space, in all honesty. Yeah. Oh, it was just so fun. And I love that about horror, is that when it's fun, it's so good. So I'm really, really, really looking forward to reading this even more. Something I found really interesting about this is that I really hate when a book doesn't use quotation marks for, speaking. Like, there's none of that in this. It's just like words of text. And then it's like, she said, and then that's when you realize that there was actually speaking happening. And like, I thought I would fucking hate that. I thought I would hate that and I wouldn't be able to read it, but I was just having so much fun that like I didn't care, which is awesome. I do wonder if she's gonna kill her baby though, because I don't think she loves her baby, but she's definitely in that part of motherhood or parenthood where it all just becomes way too much and everything is so overwhelming and overstimulating that you just want to scream. And she's kind of at that point. Things can get dangerous at that point. So I do wonder if something's going to happen to the baby, but like, we'll see. But so fun that she's like turning into a dog. That's cool. I did not expect that. All right, what am I going to read next? Do I go for something else equally fucked up? Should I just go for this? Or should I leave this to the end? Because I'm most worried about this. So I might leave that one to the end. Let's actually go Follow Me to Ground. All right, what are you about? In a house in the wood, Ada and her father live peacefully, tending to their garden and the wildlife in it. They are not human, though. Ooh. Ada was made by her father from the ground, a unique patch of earth with birthing and healing properties. Ooh. But perhaps he didn't get her quite right. They spend their days healing the local human folk, named Cures. When Ada embarks on a relationship with a local cure named Samson, she is forced to choose between her old life with her father and a new one with her human lover. Her decision will uproot the town and the ground itself forever. That doesn't sound very horrific. Oh, cute. For the dedication. It says, for Angie, cool hand on my brow. For Ali, deep breath in my lungs. For Pat, iron flex in my will. And for Connor, hot blood of my heart. That's so beautiful. Oh, I love that. Oh my god, don't tell me we have another one that's just parts. That looks like a part 1. I'm just going to stop there. I got 10 pages in. I don't know how I feel about this one. It's written, like, not lyrically, but it has that kind of tone about it where, like, it's trying to, I don't know, like, move you or shape you, which is fitting for the story. But I don't know if I like it. A part of it does kind of bore me. And I just want to, like, get to the getting. And actually, interestingly enough, this one also doesn't use quotation marks. But it uses dashes to, like, pinpoint when someone's speaking. So yeah, this very much is what it said in the blurb. Yeah, these people heal people through the ground. And, like, the ground sounds fascinating. Very much like, almost like fungal horror, I guess, but I don't know if it's a fungus, but it has that similar tone of just damp earth being messed up. And I like that. But I don't like that this has a kind of romance in it. Like, that's not what I'm here for. The main character, I don't super care about her right now. I care more about her dad, who seems way more fucked up. And that's what I want in horrors. I want someone really fucked up. So the dad can like morph his body into some kind of four-legged creature, and then he goes on a hunt in the woods. But the way they described his body shifting, oh, loved it. It was so messed up. But then this young girl, she, like, the only thing that she said that she can do is, like, she steals the song from baby birds. Like, what the fuck does that mean? And that doesn't sound particularly horrifying to me. Unless she kills the baby birds, then that's horrifying. I just don't think I'm feeling it. But, like, I could understand the appeal. So, like, it could be interesting. But I don't think I'm going to read this. I think I'm just going to give this back to the library and take it off my TBR and just be fine with not reading it. So, let's pick out something else. I think what I want to read is boy parts because I don't understand. So it says, Irina obsessively takes explicit photos of the average looking men she persuades to model for her. Placed on sabbatical from her dead-end bar job, she is offered an exhibition as a fashionable London gallery, promising to revive her career in the art world and offering an escape from her rut of drugs, alcohol, and extreme cinema. I don't like stuff about drugs. It just bores me to tears. So, like, it has some queer elements, potentially. I swear I just saw the word pedophile. That's, disturbing. I love that. The, dedication in the beginning. For my mother and father, please don't read this. That's funny. Just from reading the blurb, I don't care. Really don't care. I'm calling it on this. I read 8 pages. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about the characters. I don't care about the story. And like, I see the appeal of people who like unlikable main characters. That's all good for them. It's not my thing. I don't see how this could be horror. I really don't. Like, I can see it being kind of fucked up, but not horror. And yet everyone was describing it as horror. So on the back it says, a gripping and unflinching exploration of female desire, narcissism, sexuality, and rage. You won't want to put it down. I want to put it down. A fierce and fiery, funny and feverish examination of the ennui and... fuck off. Sorry, I just got so mad because there were so many long words in that. Fuck that. I'm just going to keep swearing, but I don't want anything to do with this. It was boring. It was a lot about drugs and that kind of rough lifestyle that a lot of people live. That's not entertaining for me. So this is going to be on hold. All right, it's been like 2 or 3 days since I did this tri-chapter thing. Life with a teenager is busy. So it's been a while. I'm still in my PJs. I woke up like 20 minutes ago. I still have my coffee here. I bought a bunch of TK Maxx mugs recently. Love TK Maxx mugs. But I realized I haven't done this tri-chapter thing and I'm meeting Max at a library today, so I should probably read the chapters of these 2 library books to see if I actually like them. Please tell me this has chapters. Oh, okay, kind of. Alright, what should I go for first? I'm kind of in the mood for Graveyard Shift because, like, look at that cover. I'm obsessed with that cover. So, very keen for this, and I am keen to read it because I really loved If We Were Villains. Like, I don't like dark academia stuff, but I loved that one, so that was interesting for me. Ooh, what secrets lurk in an open grave? They have until dawn to find out. That sounds cool. Oh, is this another dark academia? Every night in the college's ancient cemetery, 5 people cross paths as they work the late shift. Bartender, a rideshare driver, a hotel receptionist, the steward of the derelict church that looms over them, and the editor-in-chief of the college paper, always in search of a story. I hope it's good, because it's just such a good cover. But yeah, I'm going to read this. I'm going to finish my coffee. And I'll see you in a bit. Okay, it hasn't been that long. I read like 8 pages. When I say read, I mean I skimmed about 8 pages. This is a full-on DNF. I don't. Nope. I hate this. I was so excited for it, but I was so bored. Oh my god. It just, like, it keeps mentioning, where is it? The Anchorite, which is like the name of the church where the graveyard is. They mention that so many times in 8 pages that I'm like, I don't give a fuck. And it talks about everyone smoking, but like, it's not cool to smoke, and yet everyone's smoking. And they just keep going on about how everyone is taking a drag of a cigarette, or everyone is getting out their Zippo. And I was just like, fuck off. I don't care. And like, I didn't like how these characters didn't like each other. Like, I know that they're all strangers, but they're like, the character's point of view that we were reading from in the first chapter, she was just like, she says something to this one girl, and she's like, I like her the least. And I was like, okay. Like, that's the first impression we get, is that, you know, you hate this person. And then the description of everyone else we see, she also doesn't like, that's just annoying. I don't want to hear about how much a character hates all these other characters. Like, it just sounds pretentious. It's like, oh, I'm better than everyone kind of vibes. I think it's just too slow for what I would want from a horror book this small. It's not even going into like the history of the place. It's really focusing on these characters. And I'm like, for a book this short, I don't need to know about the characters that much. I just want to be weirded out, creeped out. I want to feel uncomfortable. I want to be sickened, I guess. I don't know. I want a horror to do horrific things pretty much right off the bat if it's going to be this short. I'm also pretty sure I've never heard good things about this. Or I've only heard like mediocre things. I hate when bad books have good covers. It's very annoying. Let's see if the next library book can do any better. Like, I hear such good things about this. So I hope it's going to be good. Okay, it says, Knock Knock Open Wide weaves horror and Celtic myth. Oh, I love Celtic myth. Into a terrifying, heartbreaking, supernatural tale of fractured family bonds, the secrets we carry, and the veiled forces that guide Irish life. That's cool. I did not know it was about anything to do with Celtic mythology or Irish folklore. Like, oh, that's so cool. Ooh, when the doors between the known and unknown opens, it can never close again. That is cool. Whoa, driving home late one night, Ethan Larkin finds a corpse on a pitch black road deep in the Irish countryside. She takes the corpse to a remote farmhouse. Why? So begins a night of unspeakable horror that will take her to the very brink of sanity. She will never speak of it again. Why does she take the body home? Why would you do that? I will say, I'm just going to stop it there, but I don't often like mysteries or thrillers or horrors where they have that like time jump of like, oh, something happened, 10 years ago, but we're only telling the story from now instead of when the thing happened. Like, I would much rather read about when the thing happened. Okay, so there's like 2 news articles at the beginning, I think, or like transcripts or something like that. Okay, and we're starting in the 70s. So that must be when it happened, right? Or is this book set in the 70s? I'm very confused. Yeah, okay, so we're starting at the thing. That works for me then. Okay, so for the first time, maybe not the first time, for like the second time in this video, I didn't want the chapter to end. This is awesome. This is all I've been wanting from this video, is to just find good books. And like the funny thing is, like nothing happened. We didn't even get to like her picking up the dead body. Like literally nothing happened, and I just want to keep reading. Like, what the fuck? I had literally just been saying in the graveyard shift, like, oh my God, like there was nothing. It was just like talking about the characters. Like, I don't want that. This is just telling us about the characters and I'm hooked. I don't even like the characters yet. Like, I know nothing about them and I don't think I care to. I think it's just the writing. Like the writing itself, it's just like it doesn't even seem like it's something super special or super different. I'm speechless because I'm hooked and I don't know why. Like literally nothing happened. It was just this girl, E10, that's probably not the way you say it. But she was like at her job and then she left her job to go to a party and she got engaged. And that was it. That was it. And I want more. Like, nothing happened, but it was so entertaining. Yeah, so in the next chapter, she finds the body and like the horror starts. Can someone tell me why this is so good when nothing happened? Like, what the fuck? Anyways, this is definitely up there with Night Bitch on being like my favorite reads of this this little experiment. I've only got 2 left now, which is Ghost Camera and Bunny. I'll leave Bunny till the end and I'll read Ghost Camera now. All right, so Ghost Camera by Darcy Coates. I want to like this because I want to like Darcy Coates. So it says, they're always watching. When Jeannie finds an abandoned Polaroid camera, she playfully snaps a photo without a second thought. But there's something wrong with the image. A ghostly figure stands in the background, watching her, fixated on her. moving one step closer with every picture she takes. Desperate, Jeannie shares her secret with her best friend Bree. Together they realize the camera captures unsettling impressions of the dead. This is a tried and true trope. I have watched found footage films with this concept, and I watched one recently. I wish I could remember the name of it. No, but it was a film, and the thing was getting closer each time they filmed. I do like this trope. I think it's fun. I don't know how I'm going to like it in book form, but I'm going to like it. Also, the writing in this is huge, which is great for me. Okay, so I just finished the first chapter of Ghost Camera, and I very much enjoyed it. This was very fun. It got right to the point, which is kind of what I'd been missing with some of these. But yeah, this girl was at a wedding, and she is taking some photos, and she finds a Polaroid camera, and yep, anytime she takes a photo, there are ghosts in it, which is very cool. I like how fast-paced it is. We're really getting right into it, which then makes me intrigued at how the rest of the story is going to go, because how much of this concept can really sustain an average size book? Yeah, it's just over 300 pages, but super quick read, very entertaining. I will say that is very entertaining. I think it could be really fun. So I am definitely looking forward to this. It's not my all-time fave of the ones I've read right now, but it has definitely reassured me that I like Darcy Coates' writing, which is good because so many of their books sound so interesting. So I'm very much looking forward to this. I think this will be fun. I don't think it's going to be particularly scary or horrifying, just because I know the trope so well kind of thing, and also the writing, it was more focused on the fun and I don't want to say the silliness of it, because it's not silly, but when it was describing the photos and the ghosts in the photos, it wasn't trying to horrify you or scare you with the images of these dead people. It was just oh, there's a ghost behind you. So I don't think it's going to be particularly scary. If it is, that's going to be great, but I don't foresee that happening. But let's get to the book everyone is probably most excited for, and that's Bunny by Mona Awad. I don't know how I'm going to feel about this, because it gives Mean Girl vibes, like the movie. I'm probably one of the few millennials that isn't obsessed with that movie. All I really know is that it's a bunch of college girls that all call each other Bunny, and somehow it's weird. Yes, blending sharp satire with fairy tale horror, Bunny is a spellbinding trip of a novel from one of fiction's most original voices. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so first chapter was interesting. Again, nothing happened, but it also felt like everything happened. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, we're just at this post-grad event thing. Our main character, Samantha, she's the one telling the story. At first, I don't know if it's going to change, but she's very much what the fuck are these people doing? These are grown women. Why are they cooing over each other? And then the bunnies wave at her and she waves back. That's literally all that happened in that first chapter. But I'm intrigued. I like the writing style. It's very fun, very catty, filled with hate and resentment, but it's trying to be done in a funny way. So I guess that is the satire. I do enjoy it, surprisingly. I don't really understand where the horror aspect is going to come in. I'm somehow hoping that these four grown women are possessed by a bunny demon. I doubt that's going to be the case, but there was a comment that their noses twitched, and I was it's a bunny. I'm intrigued about what's gonna happen. And I do just find the writing very, very fun, very entertaining. And I kept wanting to read. So that's interesting. But let me put these books into a kind of order. All right, so I have put things in piles. So we have 2 piles because some I want to read, some I don't. So this first pile is books that I want nothing to really do with, and I'm either getting rid of them or immediately returning them to the library because they are just not for me. First up is Boy Parts by Eliza Clark. I just did not enjoy the grit and grungy kind of messiness of this book, so I'm just going to immediately be unhauling this. Next up, we have Follow Me to Ground by Sue Rainsford. This was just too slow for me. Like, I don't want a romance in a horror kind of thing, and it seems like that's what's going to happen here, and I don't really want that. Like, just tell me about how you're like a grotesque humanoid creature thing that comes from the dark, dank forest. Like, just talk about that. Don't tell me about the boy you like. I don't care. And then last up, unfortunately, we have Graveyard Shift by ML Rio. I wanted to love this because of the cover. It's just so my vibe. But I didn't like the characters and I didn't like the writing. It just focused too much on what I felt was the wrong things. For a book this short, like, it just felt like wasted paper, you know? You really got to capture someone's attention when you have a novella, you know? And, like, it just wasn't happening. And I'm very sad because it's just so pretty. The next stack is the books that I did enjoy. And I've put them from, like, most intrigued to read right this second to least intrigued. But still, like, I'm gonna read all of these books at some stage. All right, there we go. So least interested is House of Leaves. Then we have Bunny, then Ghost Camera, then Knock Knock Open Wide, and then Night Bitch. So definitely Night Bitch and Knock Knock Open Wide are books that I didn't want to put down after reading the first chapter. So that was super fun. I'm pleasantly surprised by Bunny and House of Leaves. I really didn't think I would enjoy them, but I did. And Ghost Camera was just a fun time. And a lot of the times with, like, my horrors, I just want to be entertained. And I think Ghost Camera could definitely do that. So I'm very keen for all of these. And hopefully I'm going to get to them as soon as humanly possible. But with me, we never really know how soon that is. So thank you so much for watching this little tri-chapter horror version. I had a really good time. I hope you did too. If you've read any of these books, let me know your thoughts. Did I make the wrong decision with these 3? Let me know. But thank you so much for watching, and I might see you in my next one. Bye.